when was the first time you came across the concept of unit economics, and what was kind of like the aha moment?
So we are scaling a marketplace for accommodation in Africa called sleepout.com. And we were adding a lot of supply in terms of accommodation on the platform. And we kind of had this mentality of like, well, if we build it, if we add all the supply, people will book the accommodation. And, it was very simplistic. We were just filling empty beds. And then one of our Series A investors hinted to me that I should be looking at unit economics. And I was like, what do you mean? What is that? He wouldn't tell me. He said I had to look it up. And so then I started to understand, okay, this is how you scale this model predictably, right? Because then you model out kind of what it's going to cost you to acquire customers, whether it's through performance marketing, brand marketing, whatever kind of like acquisition channel you want. And then since then, it's kind of, obviously it's just become part of like every day, right? Like in every startup. But what I've noticed is like a lot of people in product haven't really gone through that process, right? Because I think a lot of product people are often put in a position where they don't have to think about the P&L. They don't have to think about a lot of the budgeting stuff, right? I think like modern product people certainly do. But in some of like, especially like earlier stage startups, like the product people aren't really empowered to make financial decisions, right? They're just building out features, right? And I think in my view, and I think this kind of dovetails with the way you see things, Joyce, and I think Shelly as well, is like a modern product person, a modern finance person is kind of thinking more holistically, how do I work cross-functionally? And so unit economics really becomes like that bridge between the product and finance language, or the language, that you can start to discuss like your respective domains.